Hello. Hi. Hi. If you're a physician interested in entrepreneurship or you know one, we're here to help you that you can design your physician life at any point of your life. I know because I have done it and I keep doing it, redesigning my physician life. I'm here in New York in a medical emergency. I'm Dr. Myrdalis Diaz Ramirez, creator of the Physician Entrepreneur Mastermind, Maxalur. You can find us at maxalur.com. And I'm also the creator of our Design Your Physician Life podcast. And right now you might hear some ambulances because I'm in front of a hospital in New York with a family member who unfortunately has been here. So we came to take care of them. And I really appreciate your patience and that you're here with us today. I hope that we can say some things that can be of help to you or any friends that you might have, any family members, any colleagues who are physicians and are looking to regain or retain control of their physician lives through entrepreneurship. And in our week, our Maxalur week, on Monday we introduce our topic of the week, which is Unleash Your Entrepreneurial Power. And for that on Tuesday we had Dr. Peter Kim. He's the creator of Passive Income MD. And he was generous enough to be, we're very grateful to him that he was generous enough to spend some time with us on Tuesday. And if you haven't listened to it, go ahead and tune into our podcast, Design Your Physician Life, and you can hear his contribution, which was wonderful. I have to tell you, and I also said it on the podcast, the reason we have this mastermind and the reason why we have created the podcast was because of inspiration from Dr. Peter Kim. He knows it. I've told him before, and we're very excited. And he's a great leader. Talking about that, on Wednesday, we gave you a challenge regarding your entrepreneurship. If you had any ideas, just to tell us what ideas you have, and know that you really have to start to be able to be successful on anything. But how do you start? We're going to talk about that in a second. On Thursday, we reflected on the fact that great leaders, amazing leaders, are really ordinary people with extraordinary ideas. And the way that we learn about what we want and the way that we develop those ideas, that will take us into that transition, that transformation from being ordinary to extraordinary. And it all starts with an idea. We want to mention three things that are very important, and actually Dr. Peter Kim mentioned them during our podcast, and we want to talk a little bit more about them. Three things that are truly important for you to unleash your entrepreneurial power, and it all starts with mindset. And if you hear about him, how he started his career in developing passive income was through curiosity, and he asked around, he started asking around and learning. And we have some physicians, actually many people, who ask me, what's the best book to read on this? What's the best book to read on that so that I can become this entrepreneur? You know, the same way that you didn't read just one book to become a successful physician, you won't read just one book to become a successful entrepreneur. It takes time, it takes knowledge. One thing that's great is to really develop relationships with people and gather with people who know what there is to be done so that you can be successful in whatever it is that you want to be. So first, be curious and learn about what you want to do. Not only one book. If you want, we have tons of books that we can recommend. There's always inspiration, but it really is a process. But don't stop or don't start. That's the first thing that you have to do. Be curious and look for help and start. Then the second thing that he talked to us about is really building community. So I'm sorry, there's a traffic jam where I am. Before, like 30 minutes ago, there was nothing, and now it's like motorcycles and everything. Well, New York. The second thing that he did was, well, first he became curious, and then he learned about what he was wanting to learn. So he got this group of physicians, and they started meeting together. It was 10 physicians that started meeting together regularly to learn about showing some success on that. Then other people started asking him, and that's how he developed eventually the Leverage and Growth Summit. And that's how you start being basically from ordinary becoming the transformation to extraordinary. And that's how you can start to unleash your entrepreneurial power. First, as I said, mindset, curiosity, learning, gathering yourself with people that really know what you want to learn about. One of the things that we have is that we get attached obviously to our friends and family and our community, and maybe they don't know what we really want to achieve. That the people with the in the cars, they're really persistent right now. That's okay, let's try this again. Anyways, so maybe you're attached obviously to your family and friends, and we can love them and we can cherish them, but if they're really not in the right mindset or they don't know, they're not going to be the person that we have to surround ourselves with to be able to be successful. So we try to get around with other people who are really successful, and that's one of the things that we've been able to do with our mastermind. We get 10 people, 10 physicians who are interested in achieving success or making appropriate change in their lives in our mastermind. So we get and we meet for 6 months, and then we talk about that. And one thing that's I found really impressive is how physicians are ready to help each other. This is like the best time ever. With social media, we've been able to connect with so many physicians, and then very amazing thing is that you read about and you learn about the levels yourself. You go through medical school, you go through residency, and you go through fellowship, and every time you go you think like, how can you learn so much more? And even after you graduate, it's like you're always learning. And the same thing with entrepreneurship, there's so many levels. So we're very happy that we can present our mastermind for physicians who really want to get control of their lives, change something. And that's the way that Dr. Peter Kim did it. He learned from others in their groups, and then people started asking him, and then he started developing courses, and now he's going all the way to retreats. The third thing that we want to do when we want to unleash our entrepreneurial power is basically take action, because you can learn a lot, you can surround yourself with the most amazing people, but if you don't start taking action yourself, then it's like doesn't matter, you don't know. If you know and you don't do, you don't know. So those are the 3 things that we want to tell you that really can unleash your entrepreneurial power. So I hope that this has been useful to you. I wish I could talk here a little bit longer and answer questions. I think in this, we are going to call it this special edition New York of our Fridays of our Maxillary Week. We have to hang up because the people are here pretty persistent that they want to move, even though honking the horn is not going to make any difference, but they feel that they have to do that. So thank you for being with us today, and write in the comments if you're here. Please comment #live and also #replay. And if you have any other questions, just send it to us. See you later. Have a great day. Bye.